Brian and Kenzie in the morning. And Chicago's alternative all day.
Q101.
Kenzie's Krimes.
Milwaukee police found body parts in a North Side apartment.
Not because I was angry with them, not because I hated them, but because I wanted to keep them with me.
Believe me, if I started murdering people, there'd be none of you left.
This is evil, what those people have done to me.
She says Heaven's Gate awaiting.
I'm not guilty.
Q101.
It's Brian and Kenzie on Q101 with another edition of Kenzie's Krimes, a deep dive into a murder mystery drama in the Chicagoland area. And myself and Case do not know the crime Kenzie's going to talk about, so she'll take us all on a journey together right now.
All right, let's get into it. So Forrest Teel was a wealthy and respected man who lived in Indianapolis, Indiana. So during the 40s and 50s, he was an executive at Eli Lilly, very reputable and well-known pharmaceutical company.
They got all the drugs.
Okay, Brian.
I buy my weed from Eli Lilly. Hey, well, Eli, what we doing this weekend? You got the good?
Yeah, he does not.
So he really had that true perfect life. The money, beautiful wife, a son. He was driving a white Cadillac around. So this information may be a shock to you. But despite the fact that Forrest Teel seemingly had everything, he decided it wasn't enough. And this rich man, both financially and personally in life rich, decided he was going to cheat on his wife.
Oh.
I couldn't believe it.
Oh, it's terrible.
He met this woman at Eli Lilly, and they were co-workers. Her name was Connie Nichols. So she was divorced, and at the time that she met Forrest, she was engaged to be married again to somebody else. As she started the affair with Forrest, she continued to get married. So this was her second marriage now, as well as having the affair with Forrest. And Forrest is obviously married. It's a double triangle. It's a double love triangle. Forrest allegedly promised Connie he would leave his wife. And Connie, after some time, ended up having her second divorce. She continued her relationship with Forrest. For 15 years, they had an affair.
Woo!
The whole time, she going through her divorce is when he was kind of like, I actually want to be with you. So he's been whispering sweet, truly nothings in her ear for 15 years, and she's going with it. By 1958, Connie was being supported financially 100% by Forrest, and it really fed into her being like, this man is obviously going to be my husband. All of a sudden, after all this time, 15 years together, you think you know a man. He started acting off, canceling their meeting times, changing the scheduled dates they got together. And they had been on a very consistent schedule these 15 years because it's not like he was telling his wife he was sleeping with somebody else. This was not an open relationship. So she decided she was going to start following him around.
Ooh, yikes.
It gets crazy and it escalates to a point where it shouldn't.
Oh, we come back to the conclusion of Kenzie's Krimes today with Brian and Kenzie on Q101.
Brian and Kenzie.
On Q101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101 with the conclusion to today's Kenzie's Krimes. And Kenzie, if you want to give us a quick recap of where we're at right now in the story.
Absolutely. So Forrest Teel was an executive at Eli Lilly, super rich man in the 40s and 50s. He was married, drove a white Cadillac, started an affair with Connie, and they had that affair for 15 years. But after 15 years, Forrest started acting a little weird. And mind you, she still thinks that they're going to get married. So she's like, I'm going to follow him. I'm going to see what's going on. So she did. She followed him around and found out he was cheating on her.
So the cheater was cheating on the cheatee.
You got a second girlfriend? What is that, a wife and two girlfriends? She was obviously okay with the wife, probably because she felt like she was the preferred one. Now he's with this girl who also worked at Eli Lilly. This pharmaceutical company has the tea. They have the drama.
Like Match.com over there.
No kidding. So he meets her. So now we have a love square going on. We have a wife. We have Forrest. We have his two lovies, is what I'm going to call him. Connie decides to confront Forrest about it. He denies his affection towards the new woman, says she means nothing. It was just like a quick pit stop with his penis of sorts. Okay, so.
Pit stops are fast, too.
Absolutely.
Exactly. And that's what he was insinuating. Like not a big deal. So much to everyone's surprise, is going to blow your mind. He continued to see the new girl that he said he wasn't going to see.
Yeah.
And he continued to blow Connie off on multiple occasions. So she decided on July 1958, she followed him one evening to see what he was doing. He's at the woman's apartment. She's like, bet. She drives home to get a gun she had recently purchased.
Whoa.
Then she goes back to this woman's apartment, and white Cadillac was unlocked, so she decided she's going to wait for him in the front side passenger seat. He gets in his car and is surprised to see her. And he starts driving as she's questioning him. He again says, this woman means nothing. I'm actually about to end this new affair super soon. I'm done with it. And you're being paranoid.
Also, he comes out of that girl's house who he's cheating on the cheated girl with.
Yeah.
And then he just takes her for a ride in the car?
Yeah, he was driving. He was unconcerned. He's like, girl, like, you're my babe. I got you. You're being paranoid.
Wow.
You're being paranoid about my penis. It's not going to be there very long.
The confidence of this guy.
This guy's awesome.
Like, living his life.
I'm guessing he's not living his life for long is what I'm guessing what's going to happen here.
I don't know. So allegedly, Connie then pulls out the gun and threatens to take her own life. Allegedly. Forrest tried to grab the gun from her, causing it to go off about 4 times into his chest and killing Forrest Teel. She gets out of the car and heads to Fall Creek Parkway. She took a bunch of sleeping pills, which put her into a coma. Her body was found and taken to the hospital. Once revived, so she did not die. She was okay. Officers were there because obviously there was a dead body in the car, and then she was found. Like, there's a story here. And she admitted that they had had the affair for 15 years. She then claimed that she followed him because they were in a relationship to a friend's house. So she did not say that he was sleeping with the girl, a friend's house, and sat and waited to question him about the meeting with said friend. Then once they started talking, Forrest grew violent and hit her, grabbing her right arm, and he threw her across the seat of the car, which made the gun go off, which then killed him. So that was her defense, is that he got violent and the gun went off and it was a total accident.
4 times in the chest accidentally is rough.
Yeah, allegedly.
Allegedly.
I wasn't there.
Yeah.
Who knows? This case went to trial March 16th, 1959. Connie stuck with the story that she was fighting for her life. She was being attacked. Now, unfortunately, if you look at the date on this, her jury was 12 married men. Not exactly the jury of her peers. They weren't too bad on her. She was found guilty of voluntary manslaughter, and she was sentenced somewhere between 2 to 21 years in the Indiana women's prison. She only had to serve 2 of those years, and then she got out and she was able to live her life. There isn't as much information on this case as I wanted there to be, as crazy as it is, just because of the time. The coverage just wasn't what we would have today. But I'm like, where is the wife? So I had to do a deep dive. There wasn't tons of information on her, but I was able to find, during all this side adventure, we needed to know who this wife was. Unfortunately, Mary Elizabeth Teel, tragically, who went by Betty, tragically died at the age of 47 on January 6, 1960. Not even a year after her husband's murder trial. She died from burns after falling asleep in bed while smoking.
Yeah, I heard that happen a lot back then.
And my mind went wild when I heard that, because I was like, okay, you fell asleep while smoking. Was there alcohol or something like that involved that makes you sleepier? Because she may have been very depressed between her husband's affairs and his murder and all these things. Or was she just like that and it was an honest mistake? Would this woman, Connie, had she not shot and killed Forrest, lived the life of her dreams if she would have waited about another year and a half? It is tragic. They had a son and both of his parents in almost a year time span gone. Tragic.
Kenzie's Krimes.
Milwaukee police found body parts in a north side apartment.
Not because I was angry with them, not because I hated them, but because I wanted to keep them with me.
Believe me, if I started murdering people, there'd be none of you left.
This is evil, what those people have done to me.
See, says Heaven's Gate away team.
I'm not guilty.
Q101.
Remember, if you missed any of Kenzie's Krimes, like beginning segment where we really set up everything, go to the Brian and Kenzie podcast on your smart speaker around the house. You can listen to it when you're vacuuming, anywhere. It's very easy to access, so do that. Coming up in 6 minutes, we'll give you that keyword for Q101 Fest, a trip to Montreal to see the Killers, among others, and Riot Fest one-day passes. That's just about 6 minutes away. Don't go nowhere.
Brian and Kenzie in the morning, and Chicago's alternative all day.
Q101.